Hello, hi guys. So in this series, this will be the third video, and in this video we'll discuss another basic questions of this logic building series. This is also a very basic question which everyone should understand how things are working. In my previous video also I have explained that we need to understand how this logic building things are working, how program is getting executed and all those things. So this is a very basic question also related to the digit. In the last video we have already seen that how we are gonna find the digits of a given number. In this video we'll see that same thing, we'll again use that concept of finding digit, but the question is something else. Okay, so first let's understand the question, which is, let's say, given an integer number, return the number of digits that divides the actual number. Okay, so the question is, given an integer number, you will have a number as an input, and we have to return the number of digits that divides that number which we are getting in the input. So at first, as I have already, or any for any question, what we need to do first is understand the question very carefully. So here it is saying, given an integer number, return the number of digits. Now this exact question, till this point, this exact question we have done it in the last video, where we have returned the digits of a number. But here it is saying that number of digits, not the actual digits, the number of digits that divide the number, that divides the number. So let's say we have a number, let's say 125. Okay, now in this 125 number we have three digits, 1, 2 and 5. Okay, now in these three digit, which digits, within these three digits, which digits are actually dividing this 125? So we need the count. Here it is said, it is saying that return the number of digits. So number of digits means they want the count. How many numbers in that digits that divides the number? I hope you are understanding the question. So it is saying that we will have a number which is 125, and in this number we have three digits, as you can see, 1, 2 and 5. Now within these three digits, how many digits are actually dividing this 125 whole number? Okay, we need the count. How many digits? So we have three digits, and we can see one will be, it will divide everything. So that is, we can say 1. 2 will not divide 125, but 5 will divide 125. So 1 plus 1 equals to 2 digit. So out of 3 digits, 2 digits are basically dividing the whole number 125. So this is the question we have to solve in the programming. So in the last class we have already seen, in the last video we have already seen how to find the digits of a given number. Let's say we are having a number of 125, we need to find the actual digits individually, 1, 2 and 5. That logic we have already seen in the last video. Here we need to do similar things, but there is a catch. We need to actually get the count. Okay, so here what we learn, how to get count in a egg program execution, how to get the count. We, this kind of problems, similar kind of problems will be given, you will face in many many questions. There they will ask you the count of something. Here they are asking the count of the digits that divides this number. So 2 will be the answer. Now how we will write this in a program, we need to understand first. Okay, So let's say we'll create a method, and this method will, so let's say we are creating a method which will return a integer type. Again, if you are guys don't know what is method, how to write a method, you need to at least have the basic. I have last video I have already explained how to the prerequisite is you need to understand the syntax and the basic things. So I'll not go through this thing. Here we are only understanding the logic. So let's say integer it is returning, and let's say we have a method called get count, and in this method we'll have an integer type which will as a parameter. Now in last video we have seen how to get the digits of individual number. So here we'll have to do the similar thing, but the only catch is that we need to get the digit which are dividing that number and get the count. So here we can take a integer called count. We can initialize it by 0. This is important that we have to initialize it by 0, and then what we need to do is, let's say same thing we have to do which what we have done it earlier for finding the digit. So that logic we'll use it here also. So let's say I'm initializing a variable with 0. No, we don't actually need this for this question. Here what we can directly say, while uh, sorry, let's say while the number is greater than 0. Here what we can do is we have to first get the individual digits like the last question. So again we are using that same concept or the same logic. So that's why last time we first did this question, and now we are doing some other question. So digits is equal to, what will be the logic? If we need to find the digit, then we have to divide by 10 and get the remainder. So here we are getting the remainder. Why we are doing this? You can check the last video, you will already know. So this is the logic. Now this digits integer will hold the actual digit. Okay. Now we need to check if let's say now here is another there is another catch. Here what we have to do is we need to take another integer. Let's say original num, and in this original num variable we will assign the actual number. Why we are doing this? Let's understand. So what we need to do is we have to check if original number divided by digits double equals to 0. Then what we need to do? We will just do count plus plus. We will just increase the count by 1. Okay. Now why we need to this original num? Why we need this original num? Let's see. So this is done. Then what after that what we need to do? We need to do num equals to num by 10. Why? Because after each iteration the number will have to divide by 10. Same thing we have done for finding the digit. Because the digit first it will get this line. This line what it will do? It will get the digit. Let's say 1 to 5. So this line will get 5. Now after it is getting 5, we need to decrease the number, right? So that's why we are doing this line. That number will be number by 10, it will be 12. After 5 we are getting is at a remainder for 125. After that is done, we are decreasing the number by dividing by 10. So it will return 12. Again it will go to this while loop and check if it is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then again it will come here and digit will be like from 1 to 5. it will be 12. So 12 is greater than 0. Okay, true. Then it will come here and it will get the digit. Then if we divide by 10, the digit it will get is 2. 2 will be the remainder. So digit will be 10. Now this will get executed. This if block will get executed, and uh, if it is divides the original number. So now the original number is 125. Okay. Original number is 125, but the actual number, this num variable is getting changed because here we have done num equals to num by 10. So each iteration num is getting changed. First it was 125, then we got the this digit, then it is becoming 12, then we got this digit, then it is becoming what? Remainder will be 2, and then it will remain only 1. So after the second iteration, it will go there. Again, it will check uh, if we divide 12 by 10, what will be the output? It will be 1. So 1 is greater than 0, digit will be 1, and then this if block will get executed because 1 can divide any number, and then 1 equals to 1 by 10. 1 equals to 1 by 10, it cannot happen. It cannot divide, so it will be like 0. But here we have mentioned that the while loop will run till the number is greater than 0. So here the loop will break, and this method will return the, let's say this will return count. Okay, so this will return the count. This is our question. Our question was to get the count. So we will return the count. Okay, so this logic we need to understand, guys. So this is the same logic we have done last time also while finding the digits. We are using the same logic. Only catch is this F block. This is the only difference. Here you can understand how we are getting the count. Okay, this is the only code basically we have added after the first question. So the first question was get the digits, which we have done this thing, but this E block is the new thing which is added. uh, like last question was just to get the digit, now we are getting the count. So this E block is only added, nothing else. So how we are getting the count, I hope you guys are understanding, and you can try it in your local machine or in your ID or somewhere. I am just giving you the logic and the question you need to do. Now it's you who have to practice, and I hope that I am able to explain how we are getting this. This is very basic, very easy question, but this playlist for those people who are just starting out. So in each question, I have already explained that we will learn something else. In this question, what we have learned, this part is basically the only thing which we have learned. Other thing we have done it earlier also. But here, how we are getting the count, and that is the only thing we have added basically. Okay.